When shadows fall and spirits howl, zombies stalk and madmen prowl, monsters lurk and victims shiver. Thrills and chills they will deliver. Arise from your graves and get in the mood. It's time to join the Spooky Dudes.
Boom. Several weeks in a row of practice, and I can finally click the things in the right order. Hello, everybody. Looking right at the camera. Welcome back for Spooky Dudes. Episode 22 is what I typed in the title, where we're going to be talking to an independent author who recently I've been speaking with. His name is Randy Henderson. Welcome, Randy.
Thank you.
And you can check his books out as R.E. Henderson. We got into that before the show. Here we go. Here goes the ticker. There it goes. Well, thanks for joining me, man. So on the show, what the focus has kind of become over the past, several weeks is like a focus on like independent creators in the horror space, and a lot less of talks about The Conjuring or the Saw franchise or whatever, Critters. But we get into that stuff too. But what I really like is just to talk to independent creators and kind of shine a light on what they do. So that's authors, filmmakers, everything. Oh gosh, we already have comments. August Aguilar. Hey buddy, what's up, August? Long time no see. Just kidding.
Hey, August.
August says, go Randy Henderson. I forget this will also be an audio podcast, so I'm going to read all the comments awkwardly. But thank you for tuning in, August. And we got Rachel Henderson. The last name is familiar. And she says, that's my guy. So I wonder, do you guys know each other? Okay. All right. I'm going to quit cheesing it up. Okay. Well, Randy.
Yeah, that's my wife.
Very, very nice. Very nice. Well, thank you guys for tuning in. And let's just start off with what got you started to writing, man. Uh-oh.
It like lagged out. I didn't know what you said.
Yeah, that's okay. Oh, I was just saying, what got you started in the independent writing field? I mean, just a passion for writing as a kid, or what's your origin story?
Yeah, it's just been a passion of mine ever since I read it. I was at 13.
That will get you.
Because of Stephen King is why I've been wanting to write.
So I have not been much of a reader most of my life. Okay. I typically tell people I started reading at the age of 39. I mean, that's an exaggeration, of course, but like actually sitting down reading for pleasure. So I read Carrie. It was really like the first novel I'd read since I was in high school. And man, yeah, King is, he's really something else. I haven't read it yet. Now it's a doorstop book, right? Like it's one of those super thick novels. So I'm a little intimidated by that. What about it got you though? Like what grabbed a hold of you about the story of it?
It's the Losers Club, because I was a nerd growing up and I connected with the nerds.
I'm still there, man.
And I've always loved horror, especially the original Friday the 13th. That's my favorite one.
Oh, okay. That's Friday the 13th is great, man. Definitely a fan favorite slasher franchise for sure. Yeah. So, I mean, what about Friday the 13th though? What about that one got you?
It's just how it was made. Like it was independent. It was, I just loved it.
It's got a good twist. It's It's basically a giallo, right? Like it's
Mhm.
like almost like an Italian flick. Maybe a little less. I guess it is gory. So yeah, it's got just as much gore. Less black gloves though. Well, let's talk about your book credits.
Yeah.
Because I went and looked through your books. I haven't. I apologize. I have not had time to read any of them, but um, credits being kind of the horror book, right? Like because you don't exclusively write horror, correct?
Yeah.
Well, tell us a little bit about credits.
It lagged on my end. What'd you say?
Oh, sorry. What can you tell us about credits without spoiling the thing?
Um, I always had this what if question. I wanted to make it kind of like a 80s horror movie. Um, it's got like subliminal verses and like it's kind of like The Ring ish, but in an 80s
Okay.
style with VHS tapes.
Okay, that's got some of our favorite things in there. I'm a big fan of Japanese horror, so I love The Ring. Um, but no, that sounds pretty good. And if you guys are watching out there, check out the ticker r-e-henderson.com. You can get all of Randy's books on there, as well as connect to his socials, which we have in the little ticker as well. So would you say that horror is your favorite style to write in?
Yeah. Yeah. What did
Any
you
more
ask? What my
horror?
favorite style to write in, or
Yeah,
okay?
yes, yeah. What is your favorite style to write in? I should ask it more open ended, I guess.
I just like to write stuff that's not normal.
Okay, okay. What
Because
can
like
you
I'm a
elaborate on that?
Christian, so I'll write Christian horror and um. Hmm. Well, yeah, I just like a lot of the Christian stuff out there is like exorcisms and demons, but I like the gore and the action also. I've got
Oh,
a Christian sci-fi book as well.
oh, okay. Tell us about that one.
Do I? It's
Oh, tell us about the sci-fi one you were talking about.
Among Us.
Oh, about like the game. The
No, it this, this one's like uh, a group of kids try to stop an alien invasion.
okay. And were there any inspirations for that one? Any movies you'd watched or anything like that?
That one actually did like I thought of it was as I was writing that one because it was after I read it that I was inspired to write it.
Oh, okay. Well, what's next? Any more horror books on the horizon, you think?
I've actually never seen First Horizon.
Oh, no, no, no. Any more horror books in the near future that you're working on?
You'll have to repeat. Like, for some reason, you keep lagging, so like you keep cutting out. I'm not sure what you're saying.
Oh, okay. I was just saying, is there any horror books you're working on right now, like in the future? Any horror books you're working on, next?
Uh, I'm actually doing a comedy one about a zombie called Steve.
Okay.
I'm kind of mixing Mr. Bean with a zombie.
Okay, cool. That's an interesting combo. Is it
Yeah,
still
I've had that
lagging, Randy?
go along for a long time. Yeah, pretty bad. I don't know if it's my end or your end, but it's lagging pretty bad.
Okay.
It's like I can see us just fine, but the audio cuts out.
Is it the headphones maybe? You think there's maybe a short in the headphones?
I don't know.
Maybe try it without them, but just keep the speakers turned down so it doesn't get back in the mic.
Okay. Yeah, let's try that.
Okay. Can you hear me now? Anything?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yep,
Where
I can
is
hear you.
the microphone in conjunction with your speakers?
The mic's up there. I'm on a tablet actually. Surface.
Oh, okay. Okay, we can try this and see if it'll work. Okay, well, how about we get into some questions?
Okay.
Okay. All right. Well, I think we might already know this answer based on something you said earlier, but what got you into horror?
Yeah, Friday the 13th, and then Scream actually, because I saw that when I was 7.
Scream? When
Yep.
you saw Scream when you were 7? Okay.
Yep. And I actually saw Friday the 13th when I was 4.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, I wasn't quite that young when I started watching horror stuff, but that is very young. And I guess okay, so what's the first horror film you remember? Would that be Friday the 13th?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. What is a horror film? What is a horror film you did not like the first time you watched it, but then you watched it again a while later and enjoyed it?
Oh. Um. Man, that's a hard one. Well, I would actually say Chucky. At first, I didn't like that, but then the more I watched it, I was like, "Hey, it's actually pretty good."
It's
Like
it's
Child's
fun,
Play.
right? It's not super serious, you know.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Your favorite subgenre of horror?
Hmm. Now, I'm not sure on that one.
Okay. You may have trouble answering the next one too. Then, least favorite subgenre of horror.
Well, really, I'm not big into gore. I like the suspense.
Okay. So more
So,
like
like the gorier the gets, I'm like, eh.
it can become overkill for sure. When we can come back, if you think of your favorite when we're going through here, you just pop in and say it. All right, this will go. How old are you, by the way?
Hmm.
How old are you? Like, what year were you born?
What'd you say?
What? How old are you?
Oh, 34,
30. Okay,
89.
okay. 80. Okay, so I was born in 81. I'm 41. So hopefully you'll be able to come up with an answer on this one. But what's a VHS cover you remember from the video store when you were a kid?
Um, Jason Goes to Hell.
Okay.
I remember the snake going through the mask.
Okay. Yep. Yep. The chrome mask, nonetheless. Yeah. We never got to see that, but that's the cover. That's a great
Yeah,
cover. I
oh
mean,
yeah, we never got to see that.
no, no. Well, it's just like if you go look at the cover for Halloween 4, The Return of Michael Myers, the mask on the cover is textured and deep and it looks beautiful. The mask in the movie is very basic and it's not great. It's definitely the cover mask was really cool. Okay, so next one's
Hmm.
near and dear to my heart. What's your favorite type of physical media? I still do the Blu-rays and DVDs and stuff like that.
What's my favorite? What?
Type of physical media. So like DVD, Blu-ray, Laserdisc,
Well, I'm actually getting more into
VHS.
digital now.
Just doing the streaming and the digital downloads.
I'm getting into, yeah, digital downloads and 4K.
Oh, okay, okay. So not much into the physical media these days. And that
No.
actually takes care of my next question, which is, do you still watch and collect physical media? So we'll skip that one. All right. Uh, here's where we get into some controversy.
Yeah,
So,
I will if I really like it.
yeah, but it has to be really special, right? Okay, next
Yeah.
one. This is our first controversial question. We have like three controversial questions we got to ask. Okay, how do you feel about AI generated art?
Um, that's actually not a bad thing, really, because you can go back
Okay.
and fix mistakes that you made during filming.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, like mainly, um, not not CGI, but like AI art created by the computer, right?
Not
Like,
CGI.
yeah, not CGI. Like when you feed the artwork into like Mid Journey or an application like that, it spits out a picture of some sort.
I've
Have
never
you?
actually seen it done, so I really couldn't give any
Oh, okay.
feedback on that.
Oh, okay. You haven't seen. Okay, Yeah, it's. I mean, you can if you Google AI art, there's tons of it. There's Facebook groups full of people generating AI art. My buddy John Devlin's out there making AI art. Hi, John. I know you're gonna watch this at some point. Um, but yeah, it's a controversial topic in the creator scene right now. And there's actually programs that will write a book for you. Uh, Chat GPT, things like that. So, um, all right. Next controversial question. What are your thoughts on kind of say cancel culture or canceling a movie because of the behavior of somebody involved in the project? When I say canceling, I don't mean stopping the movie from being made. I mean like kind of the court of public opinion canceling a film because of a filmmaker, basically.
Yeah, you're gonna have to repeat that question because it lagged out pretty bad on that one.
Oh, okay. I'll tell you what. Here, I'm gonna use the private chat piece and send it to you. Do you see where it says private chat?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Go.
Oh yeah, I'm not a big fan of cancel culture. That I think everyone should have their own kind of movie out there, not being canceled.
Okay. Okay. Like, I mean, examples would be like Harvey Weinstein, things like that. No right or wrong answer. Just okay. And my next question: what are your thoughts on bootlegging out of print titles, or we could say out of print books? Maybe someone's printing bootleg books or something.
Well, I mean, a lot of people do it for the money, but I mean, if you're doing it just for fun, sure, go for it. I mean, that's good publicity, I think. I don't
Okay.
necessarily think it's stealing.
Well, yeah, specifically out of print stuff, like something that people can't get a hold of otherwise because it's, under lock and key or something. Okay, back to the fun questions. I'm going to copy this into the chat as well. And that's favorite costume or mask or prop from a horror film.
Ghostface mask.
Okay, it's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good one. All right. Next question here. And that is name 3 films that you think every horror fan should see.
Of course, Friday the 13th, the original Halloween, and Slaughter High.
All right. Yeah, Slaughter High. Good pull. Good pull. All right. Let's see. Next one. That's 2 movies to watch during the Halloween season to get you in the spooky season mood.
Halloween, and even though a lot of people hate it, I still love Halloween H2O.
H2O, I mean, H2O's fun. You got LL Cool J as an aspiring romance novelist. That's always fun. All right, last one here. And that is, what advice would you give an up and coming artist in the horror genre? So in your case, an author.
don't just write. Everyone always says write what you know, but just write what feels good to you. Write what you love. Don't worry about just pleasing everybody else. Just do what you love to do. And that's what
Okay.
I think doing it independently is all about.
Okay. Yeah. No doubt. I mean, it's got to be fun because, I mean, we all still have day jobs. None of us, I'm not a professional podcaster, you know. Well, Randy, that's all the questions I've got. But do you want to throw some plugs in there for your books or anything before we sign out?
Um, yeah, just have fun reading them. That's why I write. I mean, I've had reviews about grammar and editing, but just have fun. That's what they're all about. Just fun.
All right. I just put one other thing in the private chat, and then so just throw out some plugs and tell people where they can find you.
You can find me at rehenderson.com, and I'm on Twitter and Instagram. And I don't use Facebook pages all that much, but mainly Instagram.
All right. Everybody go check them out. r-e-henderson.com, r.e.henderson on Instagram, and r.e.henderson.official on Facebook. All right, Randy, I want to thank you for joining me, man. And everybody go check out some
Thank you.
books.
I'm sorry about all the lagging.
It's man, it's I work in IT, so without this kind of stuff, I wouldn't have a job. So that's what I like to tell people. All right. Thank you, Randy. Everybody out there,
Thank you.
say your prayers, take your vitamins, stay spooky, my dudes.